I have wanted a coffee associated with my brand for a long time, and I have been on a decade search for the best coffee. How to brew the best coffee, what is the best coffee, and we have finally arrived. And the way that this coffee has arrived here today in this bag is such a statement of love and passion and everything the throwing community is about, that I have completely fallen for this project, and I'm so happy. With a lot of other things that we do in Rodhe Sport, this is complete. This is function, it is form, it is art, and it is love. And I'm very, very proud and very, very happy for it. Our coffee is roasted by Curtis Durocher in Nova Scotia, Canada. Curtis came to me in, I think 2012, 2013, and he wanted help with Highland Games training. So Curtis is we'll say, he would not agree to this, but I would say a fairly prolific Highland Games athlete in his notoriety. Okay, a lot of people know Curtis Durocher. He's a character, and he is fun, and he is caring, and he's honest. He's straight up. He's truthful. He is genuine. He has been roasting, and he has been sending me coffees to see what I think. And he sent me, we finally narrowed it down. He sent me 5 tasters, and we're going to show you that. In terms of the track world, Curtis was my athlete. He was a student of mine. And while we were working together training Highland Games, we also, I kind of introduced him to the AeroPress and coffee making and kind of coffee at the next level. And he took that inspiration, that base knowledge, and he expanded, and he went beyond me, right? The athlete, the student went beyond the teacher, went beyond the coach. And I think that is what track and field is about. That's the epitome of a coach, is if your athlete goes beyond you in terms of their own knowledge and their own achievement. That is everything that you want. So I'm very proud to have this coffee come from Curtis, to have it roasted by Curtis, roasted in Canada. You know, you have coffee that as it gets colder, it gets bitter. This never gets bitter. And when it gets to room temperature, it's smooth. When it's cold, it's smooth. If you have to microwave it, yes, that's like the battle test, right? Like if you microwave it, what's it like? It's very palatable, even microwave. It's a very good quality bean. It is complex in its flavor and in its aroma. Super smooth, it goes down, and you want to keep drinking. You don't ever want to put your cup down. You just sip, sip, sip. Very delicious. Tasting notes go everywhere from dried fruits to hardwoods, vanilla. Without a doubt, this is the best coffee I have ever had. I've had coffee all over the world. I've had coffee a lot of different ways. I've had coffee micro roasted, macro roasted. And I have been specifically searching for 2 years as to what coffee I like. I couldn't be prouder of this being sourced in Canada from an ex-athlete who has taken his craft to the master level, and it is everything that I want to drink every day. Now we're doing our tasting today with the mug I said I would feature from the last video. And this is a mug that I used when I was training. It was given to me by a family in Kamloops, British Columbia, early on in my training years. And this was a daily drinker for me for all my time in British Columbia. And I had 2, 1 broke. I have 1 left, and it only seemed appropriate that it be featured in the coffee inspired by the Northwest. And that carries the Thunderbird name and the art. I've been studying Native American art for quite a few years, and we feature it on our lifting platforms in the weight room, and with Southwest Native art and Pacific Northwest Native art. And I sat down and we came up with a blend of several sources to come up with this logo. And I am not an artist. I had the vision and it flowed out of me. And then my wife, Rebecca, she's an artist. She's very good at drawing, and she helped me with, you know, bringing the full vision, you know, to life on the paper, and that was a great project for her and I to do together. I'm very, very proud that this is my wife and I did this together, right? I think there's a lot of power in that. I don't think husbands and wives get to do enough things like that together anymore. You'll see on the video. We're like, this will be the best one.
Curtis is gonna have a heart attack.
All right, on the hunt for Rodhe Sport coffee. 5 different roasts from Curtis Durocher at Fullstrong Coffee.
And located in
Halifax, Nova Scotia. Halifax. And it's been 15 minutes of brewing.
The gym smells amazing.
Mm-hmm. That's a different one. Curtis always sends me different coffees. He always sends me stuff that tastes different, you know, that doesn't remind you of anything else that you've had in the store from other companies. Number 4. Number 4 is more bitter than 5. But don't drink it all. Give me some more of that. 5 is
5's really good.
5 was his least favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Well then,
so 5.
One of us is only here because they like caffeine.
That's smooth. So the number 5 tastes like something that I know from my past, and I think I know why he doesn't like it.
Should we have like a palate cleanser in between these?
Number 3, I don't know, I can't place number 3. They're getting hotter as we go. 1 was the last one we brewed.
I think we're supposed to be spitting. 3 is interesting.
Yeah. I got fruit on all of these when they were dry. I'm not getting any fruit now when they're brewed.
See, I didn't get any fruit on number 5 when you were saying that it did, but
You got fruit here?
no.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so obviously this is not a perfect test because they're not all the exact same temperature.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's affecting flavor a little bit.
Ooh. Yeah.
Like, I don't like my coffee as hot as you, so maybe that's why number 5 was my favorite.
So I like number 1 because it's really complex, and of course based on the blend.
Right. I think it's good. I think it's almost a little too much going on for me.
Yeah, it smells kind of like tastes kind of like an old bar. Huh? Stale.
I don't know about stale, but just it tastes like it's been sitting in the coffee pot too long. Does that mean stale?
5. 5's the same for me, hasn't changed. It's hard. I'm not getting anything. I'm gonna have to redo these darker, stronger.
I still think number 5 is really good, even though it's very light. I think it's a really smooth cup of coffee to drink.
Oh, now number 1's got. Yeah, number 1's got the complexity. All of these, there's a little something different going on, but it's all kind of just one flavor. Number 2's not too bad either. It tastes metallic / smoky, almost like a gun oil or something. I wonder if that's.
Did you eat a coffee bean?
Yeah. That's a great bean. Number 1.
I'm gonna skip this part of the tasting.
That one, you're not gonna have many beans. That one is darker, kind of chalky, woody. Of course, some of these are mixes, so I don't know which one I'm gonna get. But
I think we need to bring the Chemex out and get like 2 pour overs going at the same time, so that our coffees all end up closer to the same temperature. But
I think we need to brew these in the coffee pot next.
they all didn't get better for me as they cooled, except for number 2. I think this is a very drinkable cup of coffee. And I agree that I think everybody would drink, everybody, no matter how you take your coffee, would drink number 5. But he's probably onto something because he knows about brewing it lighter.
Yeah, see, this is getting more bitter. This is really smooth right now.
I still think this is too.
I don't know, when I think of
You're
like
right, as it sits. But yeah,
Rotary
5 has
Sport
not
coffee.
gotten bitter yet.
Right. Well, for me, when I think Rotary Sport coffee, what I like in coffee, there's gonna be like a brand. Okay, 1, 3, 4. I like number 1 right now. I think we need to put them in the coffee pot and do them over the next couple days. Do a bigger batch of each one. Yeah, see this, number 5 straight up tastes like Mexico. It tastes like the desert, it tastes like the rocks and the dust. All right, now, you ready?
Oh my gosh. Curtis is gonna die.
This is the real test. Give me one more of this. So as we filled the cups, there was a little bit left over out of the Hario, and so we dumped it all into here. And this is not equal parts, but it's just a little bit of each one.
It's a melange.
Left over from each brewing.
Is that how you say it, Curtis?
This one's gonna be the best one.
All right, you tell Curtis. This is how you want your coffee for Rotary Sport. You're not wrong.
It's the best one.
I don't know. it tastes good. Curtis, don't listen to anything that I said because I don't have real taste buds. I just like coffee. Justin knows.
Oh.
So he's gonna know that you like something more complex.
Yeah, which he already knows. Yeah, the Bastard Brew is my favorite. Okay, so yeah, I think we're gonna put them in the coffee pot.
We'll make
Each one
a
of them
final
will go from
decision
there.
over the next few days. Are we gonna give them scores out of 10 like Curtis did, or is that too fancy for us? Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, I have to say this is not my favorite way to taste coffee. I like to sit with one and just think on it and like compare it to my historical palate. And I like to sit and
Historical palate is an official coffee tasting term.
look at my I look at my coffee wall up here with all the different bags of coffee that I've had in the last year, and kind of referencing it to what's on the table in front of me. So that's why I think the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put them in the coffee pot one at a time and kind of sit, and we can kind of experience it over a few hours, a couple different ways, and then we'll know. And then we'll have Curtis tweak the blend.
The real test is which tastes better after it's been microwaved a couple times.
Well,
for
right.
those of you who have kids.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's the
if
final
we want
test.
a coffee that's for everyone.
That's the final test. I think I brought that up in one of my coffee videos last, and I was like, well, you know, it's sacrilege, but it's real life. So. All right. I keep going back to this. Like, I didn't drink the other
This is the
ones.
hottest right now. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Your bias is based on temperature.
Maybe.
Curtis, thank you for the coffee.
All right. Yep.
This was delicious and fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry